Hi there, I'm Roxanne Miller and I want to welcome you to my channel. For those who don't know me, I speak about adult industry, mental health, financial and sexual education, lifestyle, and so on. I've been working in the industry for more than 12 years now, so I think I have a little bit of information that you might enjoy, to know that you are not alone, or if you want to peek behind the curtains. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can do it now and also click the bell button so you don't miss any new video that I put out. In the beginning of 2024, I decided that I want this year to be different for me, to get myself to a better state. I was already in therapy, so I already started to work on me, but I knew that somehow I have to show up for myself in a different way. I knew that I had to stop shopping like a fool, and I knew that I wanted to dress better. So, here we go. In 2022, my business fell off. It was difficult for me to see that happening because I poured my heart and soul into it. I slept 2 or 3 hours working on it. I ate bad because I was that exhausted that I couldn't be bothered with healthy decisions. And I also made some of the worst personal life decisions that I could make because I was seeking validation. And in 2022, I decided, when my business fell off, I decided that I gotta change and I gotta do better decisions for my own and for my life because I wanted to be healthier. I wanted to be in the point where I would understand that I am worthy of better. So I started this kind of declutter in my personal life, in my inner life, and I started ditching the things that I didn't need anymore. And also, because I was treating myself finally with the same kindness I was treating others, to lose 60 pounds, to get to a point where I was looking and feeling better and started to love myself. But also, I knew that at the end of 2023, when all these goals have been achieved, I knew that there is still, even though I know I am good enough, I love myself as I am, I knew there are still things that I can do to even further that love for myself. Growing up, I was told plenty of times that it's not important how you look, it's important what's inside your head. And I recall a conversation I had with one of my employees at some point, because she was 28 turning 29. She was petite, 150, or what is that, 4 feet 8 inches, something like that. And she wanted to be taken seriously, but she was also dressing up like a 13 years old boy. And I talked to her, told her that she needs to become a woman and stop being a tomboy. And she told me we are shallow as people. We might, but it's not our generation. It always has been like that. And I started to understand that. And back in my 20s, I used to dress in such a flamboyant way, but not tastefully. In my head, it looked good, but people always told me, watch out how you dress for this specific event. Like, I was told to be aware of what I'm going to wear to a funeral. That's how much I freaked out people. And I did some changes in the beginning of the year, such as I left the studio that I worked in because I started to see things that were mirroring me, basically, that I didn't like anymore. And I prefer to get out of the environment, to get out of the way that I was reacting to some of the things, because I was reacting to those things in that environment. but I will tell you in another video about that. And after that, come April, I thought, let me do something with whatever I have and experiment. And I took out all of my clothes, and oh my god, I always say I don't have what to wear, but when I've seen them all over the bed, I was shocked. And I did this experiment in which I tried to be a different Disney character every single day, and not in the sense of a cosplay. It was more in the sense of mixing and matching the colors of the characters. And I had some that I really loved, such as Snow White and Mulan. I didn't know I could have so much fun, but it was amazing. And also I had a few ones like Pocahontas that I didn't really like, and it was a mixing between the color that didn't match my undertone and also the dress that I had. So, but I'm guessing that if I go for a colder brown, I could wear that perfectly. Now, speaking about undertones, I kind of knew of them since I was a teenager because I struggled with drugstore foundations. My undertone is cold, and somehow I did have this inner feeling that some of the things don't work. Like, I do like how a deep red lipstick looks on me, but I do not like how an orangey red looks on my lips, right? Or I do like some of the colors of the clothes, how they fit on me or not. Or when I was a redhead, like red, fiery red, I knew that brown wouldn't mix and match with my hair, so I would stay away from all the neutrals and go for black or deep red and stuff like that. But with this Disney characters experiment that I did, I was feeling how it's like to be in Disneyland Paris, because I'm manifesting going to Disney with my family and my sister, and it's going to be really beautiful. It is beautiful. It's a bonding experience, and I'm already loving it, and I'm working towards it. But also, because I have went with the characters, I also had to look to find ways for my makeup to be different every single day to fit the characters. So I came across a lot of information. I came across a lot of YouTubers that are really resourceful, and I've learned plenty of things, and that gave me all the confidence to really start this YouTube channel that I really wanted to do for so many years, but I didn't have the guts. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't think that I was good enough. I didn't think that my message will go through, and I didn't think that I am worthy of saying things. And just a little side note, I was skating the other day and I was thinking, why have I never did things that were outside the limits that I imposed to myself? Like, why did I stay poor even though, and I'm going to tell you about it, even though I'm working in the adult industry and I have a specific status? Why haven't I ever felt like I am worthy of doing things? And that is my cat that scared me. Why have I felt like I have to hide in the plain sight? Why did I have to lurk in the shadows? And I came to the conclusion that somehow I forced myself to stay in these limitations, in these boundaries, in this little square I drawn for myself. because I felt like I am not worthy of saying things, having things. One, because of my upbringing, and two, because I am working in the adult industry. And somehow I felt like I was not as worthy as somebody else. And that was a breakthrough, and I was shocked that I came to this conclusion, and I was so thankful because it came with such a release. Such a great release. And I'm hoping you are going to come to a conclusion like this and release it. It's not yours. It's not yours. Let it go. Let it go. It's not you like that. You are worthy. You are loved. You are deserving of the best things. You and I together are worthy. And I'm becoming very, very passionate about some of the subjects. But, yeah. And also, another thing that I came across and I understood is that I do not like people yelling at me. Even if it's a YouTube video with a lot of enthusiasm, I understand you're enthusiastic, but if you're yelling at me, I'm out. I'm out. You're triggering me. You're triggering some of the things in my past I worked with. I don't want to. If I want to evolve, I cannot have you trigger me while evolving. I'm out. And I found out about this idea of, and it's so beautiful. I grew up to be a strong woman, and I understood that by being strong, I gotta be masculine. And becoming feminine is, wow. My life in the past 3 months alone has changed 180 degrees. And I will tell you step by step. I've done all this work in years, but I've been consistent at it and working through and pushing through from the beginning of the year, but mostly for the past 3 months. And it's amazing. But all of these changes that happened in my life have been so amazing that my confidence grew. And it's not like I am full of myself. No, I am aware of myself. I know I have talent. I know I have love for myself. I know I have respect for myself. I know I have skills that I can work with and share those skills with you, and if they can help improve your life or maybe even your day, oh my god, I'm so grateful for that. But also because of all this knowledge that I've come across, all of this information, all of this basically applying the information, my confidence now is to the level where if I'm invited to an event, I'm not going to freak out because I don't know what to wear. It's going to happen because I'm always creative in that point of view, but I know what works. I know what looks good. I know what a cocktail dress is. I know what a black tie dress is. So I'm not going to not play the part. And also, because I know what looks good for my body and my skin tone and for the events that I'm going, I also have the confidence that I will not stick out like a sore thumb, And I also now know that I look amazing in a cocktail dress. I know that I look amazing in a pair of heels. I know that I am beautiful. I know that I am loved. I know that I'm charismatic. I'm smart. And I don't have to hide anymore. I know that I can actually talk to people, and people will talk to me, and we will mirror a beautiful connection in between us and get out of there with positive experience and positive thoughts. Now I know all that. It took me 3 months. It can take you 2 weeks. But it's such a relief. It's it's amazing. I mentioned body shape, right? I was convinced for a very long time I'm an apple. And whatever I found on the internet for the apples, I found it so tedious, and all the advices were to hide the waist. But the thing is, I have a waist. So I figured out it's not big like for the hourglass, like big difference in between the waist and the hips. Um, and I finally decided to measure myself, and I found out that I'm on hourglass top or an inverted triangle, right? Because my shoulders are wider than my hips, and it goes like this, right? So I started to look up what's fitting for my body shape, and I had around here a book. I'll show you that also talks about the colors that are fitting for a specific undertone, or the clothes shapes that are specific for a typical body and stuff like that, right? And also all of this got me to the confidence of buying smarter. I'm not buying things just for the sake of buying anymore. In my journey of finding YouTubers that helped me a lot, actually, I also came across Anna Bay, who I've listened to for over a month for sure, and I was listening to the things that she was saying about high society and how to be elegant, and in one of the videos, and actually that's what woke me up a little bit. In one of the videos, she said that she's not buying fast fashion, and she is also looking for tailored garments and stuff like that. And I know how expensive a tailored dress is or a tailored coat is, and I was like, why are you, like, who affords it, right? And I caught myself in the moment, and I realized that it's me who's imposing the limit. And then, funny enough, 1 month after that episode, I was trying on a dress that was showing my bra on the side, and I decided that I'm done with fast fashion. That if I want a dress to properly fit me, to properly sit on all the things that I don't want seen, I don't want to go to a cocktail event and you to see this part of my bra, because that's how fast fashion stores work. I know I'm not one of the general body shapes, but on the other hand, if you are doing clothes for the plus sizes, we do not want this hanging out over a piece of clothing. No, we want it like this. So if you're doing a cut that goes from here, it doesn't have to go here, it can stop here. But if, I don't know, anybody from the fast fashion stores have seen that, please take in consideration that. That was my little rant. But listening to Anna Bay, actually realized that I had a thing for being elegant since I was little, such as I would never wear my sports attire out on the streets. Never ever. I would try in my preteen years. I would be so elegant. Like at 12, I was in heels, my uniform for school, which was elegant. Um, Always trying to do my makeup, even though I wasn't allowed. Uh, but then, once I hit puberty properly, uh, I got derailed and I started wearing baggy t-shirts and baggy pants, um, leather bracelets and all that. I became a little bit of a heavy metal chick, goth chick, whatever. But all that wasn't only related to the fact that I wanted to be part of the culture, but also because I stopped loving myself and I started hiding myself because I became bullied because my breasts grew and I lost my confidence because nobody at my age had age cups. Nobody. Nobody in the school, not even the teachers, had age cups. So I was the ugly duckling and I tried to fit somewhere. So I was hiding in order to fit. Though the uniform was still a must, I went on oversize and all that. It took a long time to recover from it, but then when I got pregnant, because my body changed so fast. Um, in between being a goth and getting pregnant, I played with being fashionista, flamboyant, but still trying to be, I don't know, an elegant hippie somehow. Yeah. But when I got pregnant, because of all the changes, and because, again, of feelings of unworthiness, I wasn't happy with my pregnancy really because I went cheap on me and I had only 2 pairs of pregnancy jeans. One of them was bought in a mall store for $20 and I felt it was way too much. It was not worth it to wear it 3 months. And one of them was bought in a second-hand store, in a thrift store, right? I wore the same dresses that I used to wear because there were maxi dresses with a very big lower part, so they fit. But because of the way I took upon it, I didn't enjoy it. And after that, with the C-section and with the pain in the hips and with all the basically misery of postpartum depression and sleep deprivation, it took me a long time to basically get back to where I would love myself. I lost weight, but I didn't get the confidence back. And then because of that, I gained a lot of weight and I got to my rock bottom in 2022. And that's when I decided to change. And now, looking back, I realized that most of the times, through the way I dressed, it was you could see, I've seen an interview with Matthew Perry, and he said that he would never watch Friends because he would know by the way he looks if he was on pills, alcohol, or drugs, right? Now, looking back at my pictures and my videos, I know where there was depression, I know where there was a lot of alcohol, and I know where I was struggling into finding my way but not finding it really. And I am trying to look back with kindness in order to heal myself. But what I know is that somehow there were constants in my life. I always wanted to have an elegant look. I always wanted to be put together, even though in some of the ways I made mistakes. That was the intention, right? I always wanted to let you know that I'm there. Like, I would hide, but I would wear a very bright copper hair, right? I would wear a huge flamboyant accessory. I would wear something that, I don't know, read in a church kind of thing, right? I was rebelling a lot because I wanted to be a part of it, but not wanting to be a part of it. Somehow I felt like if I accept completely that I want to be a part of it, I would be a sellout. So, with all the things that I've learned in 2024 so far, it's 1st of July as I'm filming this. With all the guidelines that I've learned this year, my home is not messy anymore. My home is not cluttered anymore. My mind is not cluttered anymore. My self-love is through the roof. My confidence is through the roof. And all these guidelines, what they did was to give me structure, because when I realized my patterns, I understood that there are moments in which I gotta be more kind to myself and allow myself rest, and there are moments in which I can push and I can use that energy in my favor. I now have a structure and I'm so thankful for it. My life became so much easier. I used to say I thrive on stress. I don't. Who does really? Who does really? I was seeking it because that was what was familiar to me. Now, being calm, having time for myself. I wake up in the morning and I do my self-love meditation. And I do my self-love rampage. And I do affirmations for wealth and confidence and love and peace, and I'm getting compliments everywhere. My neighbors are giving me compliments. I've lived in this building for 10 years. Nobody ever gave me a compliment until 1 month ago when they started giving me compliments. And they smile at me, and people smile more at me, and when we have good energy, we mirror that. And for the brief moments in which we interact, even with the cashier at the supermarket, life gets easier, and it's amazing. And I'm hoping that you can achieve that too. And I will lay down everything that I've done step by step, and I really want you to get to feel all this. All I want you to know is that I'm sharing all of this, and I've written a guideline for this video a while ago, and somehow it felt natural to record it today. And I have written there that in the close future, I want to fill my wardrobe with more natural materials, fabrics such as linen. It worked just like a prophecy. I have a lot of linen right now in my wardrobe, which, wow. Anyway, this is the video for today. I'm hoping my enthusiasm is going to, give you a kickstart, and I'm going to have, I'm having right now all the things planned out. I just need to, because I'm only human, I just need to have the time to do this. But I will show you all the things that I am doing and all the things that I'm improving. I am human just as you. I have lost people, I have lost friends, I have circumstances that sometimes are really hard to deal with, and I realize now that I am the master manifester, and all of the things that happen to me are created by me, and I'm choosing. I'm constantly choosing to do the best thing that is for me. So I have on the channel the I am safe and secure, loved and adored loop affirmations. You can go and check it out and listen to it for 1,500 times a day for the next week, or 2,000 times a day for the next week. Eventually, I did all that to help me because I was skating, and I was listening to my own voice, saying it and then repeating it, to the point that I don't have to listen to it. I'm just going on it just like that because it feels natural to do it now. And I gotta tell you, I've done it for I'm going to do it for 21 days. I've done it already for 10 days, and wow, it's a major shift. Major shift. Amazing. Basically, I waited to do this video, not because I didn't trust the process that is going to work, but because I wanted to get to this kind of energy in which not only I know for sure, but I want to share it with you like this. I didn't want to have any kind of tiniest little doubt in my heart when I was going to share all of this with you. So you can go and listen to that. It's free on my channel. You can go and follow my other social media: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X. And also you can check and see what kind of services I provide for now on my website, roxanne-miller.com. Well, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's going to help the algorithm. If you didn't subscribe yet, please do. Please also press the little bell button. I know it's very, very bothersome to do, to ask you to do that, but it's the algorithm of the YouTube. And if you really want to see the next videos and share my story, do so. I'm Roxanne Miller, and I'm really, really happy to see you here. You are loved. I love you. You're worthy. See you at the next one.